Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we have over 500 lots that we're going to be selling in the next 2 weeks on April 4th and April 11th in Whatnot auctions, and I'm going to be doing a complete lot viewing. The first auction is going to be taking place Tuesday the 4th at 7 p.m. And it's going to feature everything in this box. This is all ancients. We've got US, World, some lots, a bunch of graded coins, and then the rest are the ones on the right side that I just moved to the side. We'll be showing those off as well. But I figure maybe we'll just go ahead and start off with the ancient items. There's going to be a wide mix of different emperors, and all of these will be fully ID'd, whether it's Hungarian medieval coins, coins from Greek, 400 or 300 BC, some pretty sharp-looking 3rd and 4th century, and that one's actually pretty well silvered too, I believe of Aurelian, and Antoninus, a rare posthumous Gallic Empire item. We've got German items, nice-looking denarii, Indo-Scythian tetradrams, Celtic units from 100 BC. Those denarius coins are quite nice. A beautiful silver jeton from France, and even ancient Judean Roman procurators Pruta. That's a brief start, but we're just getting into it, and I'm going to go pretty quickly through just because there are so many of these items. All of these have been uploaded to the sale in Whatnot, which is linkable down below, and you'll get $15 if you're just signing up or make a new account, or have somebody make a new account for free to spend. So there's a very nice Rhodes dram from 88 to 84 BC. We've got high quality Byzantine, that's Roman Imperial, more 3rd and 4th century. Nice early Byzantine, that's later Eastern Roman Empire, modern day Turkey and Greece. We've got a Scythian dolphin. We've got pretty nice detailed Byzantine items. As you can see, just a really nice mix. A Syro-Phoenician Roman provincial tetradram, and then Sasanian drams even. We've got a very nice fractional dual-headed, Janiform heads item, a Christ phallus, and I don't know, I just think that every auction that I'm doing, I'm trying to make higher quality, while also having affordable pieces where you can have a piece of ancient history in your mailbox for $15 or $20 as well. So I think that it's a really nice combination of items. And then also look out for upcoming blowout sales, which won't be in the very near term, but we'll have high quality items. This one is a great 1600s Dutch larger, I think 28 stivers, medieval German items, and more high quality Constantine the Great here. And just, tons of different emperors. That one is going to be a Kingdom of Persis, which is this Parthian sub-kings, Class D anonymous phallus in pretty nice shape. There's a Judean war Pruta. We've got, who is that? Florian as a ruler. That's a better ruler. We've got some nice Constantinian or Tetrarchy phallus. Big mix, Pontus Amisos item. And just a wide range of items, and we'll be running some of these in the 15-second blowout form as well. Others of these are coins that hopefully will sell for $100 or more. We've got some good world German and Austrian items in here. Somehow they shouldn't theoretically be in there, but again, lots of great looking 4th century items. Very nice Parthian silver coin, medieval Indian, large Roman provincial coin, which will, again, that I don't recognize what the identification is. There's a Ptolemaic item that's of specific interest, definitely. More Byzantine Christ phallus, a Cushan Empire item. We've got a very nice fractional Gorgonian type. Some of these could be actually pretty expensive. There's I believe, Trajan denarius. There's a lot of types that I've never sold from before, so I'm excited to, again, I'm trying to be more aggressive about how I'm buying coins to source for these auctions, so that, sure, there's a mix of some coins you might have seen before, but there's a lot of pretty new stuff as well, and, Roman provincial types, earlier, smaller fractional Byzantine types, there's a Salinina, and again, some affordable things in the mix as well. So, lots of ancient, and it probably feels like most of this stuff is ancient, but as you're about to see, we've got everything from gold to more modern US. There's a wide, again, range of what you might come across if you hang with us for that sort of 4 hour period or so. That one's a really nice ancient Indianus, actually. Here we've got some rare Vic Og types of Macedon Philippi. This one is a Civil War commemoration as well. Then we've got some ancient Greek, well-identified ancient Greek items. There's a Alexander the Great type and a Macedonian sort of right around that time period. So really some better items and things that command a lot of numismatic premium. In terms of some of the U.S. items, we've got, proof half dollars, early proof Lincoln cents, interesting graded Ikes. We've got some pretty looking graded ancient coins. We've got a nice gold phantom, an AU-58, very old Indian gold item. Varieties, nice graded world, mint state 65, 1914 Corona. We've got a Morgan silver dollar. And that brings me into some of the U.S. items, which actually, no, these are not the U.S. items. This is, we've got some well-identified varieties that are pretty challenging to come across. So big mix there. We've got some nice Morgan silver dollars, in better condition, 1878S with some toning right there. And then this is just a consignor mix of world coins. But then there's also sort of the non-consignor world groups, which will range everything. Well, there's some there's another variety, Bugs Bunny, half dollar, but interesting type, broad struck error quarters. We've got 3-cent nickels, 2-cent pieces, more Morgans, because we want to balance out for all the people who are interested in the U.S. stuff with some pretty nice material in that, end and aspect of the collecting spectrum. There's a cap bust cull half dollar, more 1878 and 1885. Should shape up to be a big sale, though, as you can very likely tell. Here's some nice and not so nice. You've got a commemorative half dollar there, but got a mix of ancient types in here. This one's going to be possibly more Greek and Roman mix. This is more directly a Roman mix. But some larger group lots in here where, that one has a Pruta. If these are selling for, call it $4 a coin, and you're able to identify them, you can pretty quickly get well ahead on value. So those should be pretty interesting. And then to conclude this first auction, we'll go through some of the world items here. A fair amount of them. There's going to be a Islamic section and Indian and Asian. We've got some better, like this nice salmonid, dram, rassalid, more salmonid items, Ayubid Empire, Karmatid, and then a mix of Ottoman Empire coins, more rassalid, Mamluk, Ayubid, and Umayyad, another Sasanian dram, but then we've got some, and this is almost falling out of my hand here, some British, some metals, more Peruvian. That was a nice 1849 British coin. We've got a France, Templar France item, silver Venetian, Genoan, and Italian, and then some Crusader states in addition to the Cilician Armenian. So, again, big mix of solid items, some familiar faces, and then others that are a little, less common for me to have. Even if they're rare, often it's like I sell the same thing and then people pay less, and it's good because I'm the only person selling those items. So people get some good deals. But we've got Mexican, Bulgarian, 5 lev there. We've got an ancient Indian silver. We've got an Independence, 8 reals, and then some nicer German items, and actually a fair amount of German right there. So I didn't realize the extent to which we're going to be selling that in this specific auction. And then to close out the auction, we've got some Spanish silver, Austrian, Greek silver, Portuguese, Polish, Lithuanian, large Venezuelan, Spanish, other Russian items, some Canadian, Netherlands, East Indies, Cuban, Iranian, colonial, Connecticut copper. That's an interesting one. I don't recognize that. Oh, that's a very nice looking Celtic unit. and that one is a little bit less nice, but has a good reverse portrait. There's a Bukharan coin, square Durham right there of the Ghurids, and so then another early Iranian or Persian. And then our last to look at are going to be these jetons right here. So 3 nice jetons, and then a mixed world silver and a very pretty Russian 5 kopek. So that's it for that first one. And then after that, we've got these two. So for the following Tuesday's auction, we're going to have some similar material. You'll recognize a good bit of it, but I've never sold one of these. It's an earlier 5 kopecks from 1759, before Catherine the Great. There's the 1775, and then we've got some very high quality jeton designs as well from some earlier rulers. The U.S. is tougher to have like a wide range of items that are different, but this actually is a really nice looking 1885 Morgan silver dollar. We've got nice looking V nickels, a shield nickel, some solid and decent date Morgan dollars, and some chunky, U.S. type. There's a 1935 earlier coin. There's a Booker T commemorative half dollar, and I'll actually add a few items to this second auction in the meantime. The lot viewing for tomorrow is pretty much finalized, but as you can see, a lot of these Morgans are really quite nice. And there's also going to be giveaways, TBA, closer to the auctions themselves. There's a clipped wheat penny, but we've got broadstruck quarter, broadstruck dime, and even a very nice 1892. I paid a lot for that Barber dime, just in much more relatively impeccable condition. We'll go through these quickly. We've got a Kantharava, again, very nicely centered Phantom right there, with a lot of luster, some beautiful graded ancients, Diocletian, great Probus with some good silvering left, and then some nice, red wheat pennies and the reverse proof. And then also in the mix, we've got the 63 full bell lines, 1960 toned Franklin half dollar, a mint state Morgan dollar, this very toned Corona from Hungary, a Ike, and a very nice Washington quarter. Not crazy expensive on those fronts, but just still like items with a decent level of interest. Here we've got a Kingdom of Two Sicilies 120 Grana, a mix of, there's a Quarmizian, there's a really nice Seljuks of rum item, and it looks like something else got caught up here. Oh, there we go. It's a Tabaristani Hemidram. Very nice continuation with the Celtic units and some nicer Iranian items. There's a British East India, Cuban, large crown size British silver, uncirculated German mark. We've got, more. Ooh, that's a very nice porcelain Notgeld piece, British Honduras, earlier Netherlands, Polish Lithuanian, Austrian, Cyprus, French. Let's see what else. We've got here a Estonian, Panamanian, some early Russian wire money. We haven't even gotten to the ancients yet, but I'm trying to think. Right here, we'll see another additional mix of early Austrian, Mexican silver, which I always have some of, and then some nice German items, and then Dominican, Hong Kong, and a pretty cool Swedish piece that I didn't find too many comps for elsewhere. So really some unique items. A pretty relatively usual mix, so we have a nice Iabid half Durham, a great Golden Horde Durham, and then a higher quality Salmonid item, but good mix of the Islamic items that you're probably familiar with. And then we've got a nice sixpence, a cool Swiss metal. Right here is a very nice 2/3 Miliareson from the Byzantine times. So I've never sold any Byzantine silver. Picciolo, Carolingian Empire, and then Crusader States. And that one's a nice tram as opposed to Takavor and earlier King Hetum the First. So with that being said, we'll now wrap up with our ancients section. And I've actually realized I'm going to add a few more Judean Pruda to some of these sales. But we've got some good looking Byzantine and Roman. There's a nice Antonianus and a large Syrophoenician tetradrachm. Some earlier Greek items, a Sasanian one, and then this large Seleucid tetradrachm minted in Antioch, Antiochoi, Basile. That's a more significant item, Euboean tetrabole, and then posthumous, some other denarii, another Indo-Scythian tetradrachm. There's a Nero-Bilin tetradrachm, alphabet jeton. So great mix of items across the board right there. And then after that, we've got, let's see, over here we've got more Byzantine, which does not surprise me. More nice denarii. There's, ooh, that might be that's a pretty good looking denarius actually. And then this tetradrachm, wow, beautiful reverse portrait. I've never sold one like that. And another Nero tetradrachm. We've got a Pontos Gorgon type item. Very, very nice Severina silvered Antonianus. That's a really pretty coin right there. A Jewish War Pruta, earlier Sasanian item. Here's a Lycia phaseless stater from like 500 BC, so about 2,400 years ago, possibly a few more than that even, which is obviously a pretty great result for whoever will own that for cheap. We've got some ancient Greek, Persis, well identified various Constantinian phallus. Again, so some more German silver, Austrian silver, some Constantinople commemorative types, and just so many emperors. Again, you can go to the actual auction and see exactly what's going to be selling, but that's the other thing. Sometimes I'll get like a rare group of like 20 of the same coin, and it doesn't mean it's not rare. It's just that I have a fair amount of them. So then they'll come up one at a time, and they normally actually persist pretty closely. I really like this dual-headed ancient type. Don't sell too many of those. More ancient Greek. That's a nice Condor token. So there's Alexander the Great Dram, and then a nice barbaric imitation phallus, Gordian Antonianus. Again, super big breadth of items, and that's something I really am proud of and strive for, creating that ability in my sales. Interesting items here, another denarius, well silvered Antonianus. There's been some really nice examples of those. Some Byzantine, of course, I always think that those are interesting, and then some really nice appearing phallus. There's an Alexander the Great in a little bit more distressed condition, but nothing too crazy. And then to close out the 11th, there's a Charis. That's not as easy of a emperor to have. Claudius Gothicus, some really great sharp 4th century bronzes here. That one's a nice Gallienus with some good detail on it. Interesting altar type there. We got the Vic Og rare commemorative. We've got the Caesar with the, just a little worse planchet shape there. Some other interesting and rare Greek, and then a nice Philip, a Macedon type. So that's going to conclude it. But again, links to these are in the description. Really looking forward to having you there. And as always, there's some stuff that goes really cheap. So I would recommend showing up, sniping what you want, and for the really nice eye appeal stuff, may have to pay up for it, but it'll be some great additions to your collection. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.